Halo semuanya, selamat datang kembali di channel ini ya. Baiklah, kita akan melanjutkan kembali gameplay dari The Council. Oke, di recap video gameplay kemarin, ya pokoknya aku ya sudah gagal menyelamatkan Jack Sparrow ya, karena dia bundir atau bunuh diri di depan banyak orang lah, seperti itu ya. Gagal pokoknya karena salah memilih ya. Kalau lebih ke lengkapnya kalian bisa cek video gameplayku sebelumnya, linknya di deskripsi di bawah untuk playlistnya untuk series The Council versiku, dan kalian bisa cek gameplayku yang lain ya di channelku ya. Oke, atau kalian bisa cek di pojok kiri atas ada tanda i itu, biasanya video-video baru yang ku upload telah ku taruh di i, atau setiap 10 menit kalian cek lah. Oke, dan ya karena semua sedang bergabung, mungkin panik juga ya, ketakutan juga, kita disuruh istirahat oleh Dr. Mortimer ya. Ya itu yang terakhir sih, karena salah memilih.
I'll see you later, Louis.
Oke, terima kasih. Kok rada nge-lag ya? Please lah. Oke, deh, kita harus kembali ke kamar tidur dan tidur. Oke, dan aku berada di mana? Ini tower room, Von Warner. Kamar tidurku di mana? Jack Sparrow Bonaparte. Sebelah sini ya. Oke, sambil ku cek sih untuk keadaan semua orang ya. Mungkin bisa dicoba. Mungkin. Oke, yang pertama Von Warner. Oke.
Monsieur Johann van Woolner.
Kita coba aja ke Van Warner. Mungkin bisa diajak ngobrol untuk mendapatkan informasi yang lain.
What do you want from me, de Richet? Get on with it. I'm busy.
Oke.
What a tragedy about Mr. Peru.
Are you joking?
Hah?
That bonehead had it coming to him.
Kenapa? Nih,
You seem to have taken a personal stance.
kita pakai logik ya.
Ever since I
Psikologik.
found out that footprints incriminating him were found next to Elizabeth's body, you can be sure that given the opportunity, I would have put a bullet in his mouth myself.
Oh, oke.
I wanted to speak to you about the
Kenapa dia
conference.
marah ya?
Listen,
Karena
you chose
akibatnya
your side.
ini
You had every possible reason to make the right choice, but
kematian
you
Elizabeth
preferred
ya,
to
karena
commit
ya
yourself
memang
to
petunjuknya
Mortimer.
mengarah ke Jack
Good
Sparrow sih.
luck, because it's a lost battle. The
Lost
subject is
battle.
closed. Anything else?
Ya oke, baiklah, sudah.
Excuse me, this is the wrong room.
Terima kasih. Oke, itu tadi jawaban Van Walnut. Benar kan? Oke. Karena debat politik lah, kurang lebih seperti itu. Lebih lengkapnya kalian bisa cek gameplayku lah. Berat pembahasannya, tapi setidaknya aku mencoba menjelaskan sesuai kemampuanku lah. Kalau ada yang berpendapat lain, silahkan kalian komen saja ya, untuk memberikan ini sih tambahan. Kemana lagi nih? Elizabeth Adams, apakah ada petunjuk? Kita coba sih. Dan total di sini berarti ada 3 korban ya. Yang pertama ini korban Elizabeth Adams meninggal, kemudian siapa? Mayat pelayan yang kutemukan ya di bawah tanah ketika kita mencari buku kita. Yang ketiga adalah Jack Sparrow yang bunuh diri ya di depan kita semua sih. Ngeri. Ini sudah semua kok, nggak ada lagi. Oke. Oke, kita kembali. Terus apa ini? Oh, Monsieur Piagi.
Your Eminence,
Ah, Louis, you were admirable. You didn't manage to save Peru, but whatever you do, don't blame yourself. You did your best.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
Oke.
It's not going to help matters for Mortimer. Now he has one less vote for the conference.
Oh. Ini aja deh.
You don't seem too affected by it, though.
Louis, I do not appreciate your remark, which I will put down to
Sorry.
the indiscretions
Cuma
of
bertanya.
youth. I am here in the interests of the Holy See. But I am above all a Christian, and it hurts me to see lost souls taken.
Ya karena dia pendeta.
Of course.
Oke, gitu aja.
Of course.
I hope that Monsieur Peru's act will help
di atasnya
you
pendeta
reconsider
apa
your choice,
namanya?
Louis. Sincerely,
Kardinal
see
atau
where his support for
apa?
Lord
Ya nggak tahu lah.
Mortimer
Pokoknya
got in.
pendeta. Beware of birthday. Saya noting
And
aja
what
deh.
will your mother say when she finds out that you have triggered a war with your amateur diplomacy? This cannot be serious, really.
Thank you for your advice, Your Eminence.
Think nothing of it. See you later.
Oke, karena kita berpihak ke kubunya ini sih. Ya, itulah debat politik. Saling beradu argumen lah, perbedaan kebijakan. Tapi setidaknya semoga mendapat ini sih. Apa? Pencerahan. Coba ke Washington George. Oke. Di mana Papa? Oke. Di mana Bapak Washington George? Presiden Amerika ini. Unlock 2. Oke, nggak apa-apa lah.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Caramel water. Itu ada apa sih? Kok aku nggak ketemu? Apa ini? Golden lecture. Aduh, penuh. Ini untuk ke mana ini? Oke. Sorry kalau muter-muter ya. Tapi namanya cari petunjuk sih. Ini di Von Warner. Oke.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Nggak tahu. Oke. Lah, di mana orangnya? Perasaan sudah pernah aku jelajahi deh. Lupa sih. Ya sorry ya, lupa. Agak lama juga ini mempersiapkan mental dan fokus. Game ini kalau nggak fokus terlewat sih. Yang terpentingnya sih. Nggak tahu lah. Game ini berat. Tapi aku suka suasananya sih dari game ini. Dapat misterinya. Misteri, aura, dan perdebatan. Ternyata bahas politik juga berat, lebih berat. Kira kita misteri-misteri tentang ibu kita, tentang organisasi rahasia, malah berhubungan dengan politik. Please. Oke, nggak ada. Oke, kita kembali saja deh. Oke. Dan sorry ya, kira-kira ini mungkin aku pakai jaket karena cuacanya sedang ya nggak enak juga sih. Mohon jaga ini ya, kesehatan kalian ya. Dingin banget. Hawa-hawanya mulai dingin karena sudah mulai memasuki musim hujan. Oke. Aku boleh masuk sini nggak? Oh, nggak bisa masuk. Oke. Kamar kita di mana sih? Lupa aku, bener-bener lupa. Ini second floor. Oh, ini udah dekat. Oh, nggak boleh masuk. Itu.
Seigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Oh, Cardinal Piaggi. Oh, oke. Ini tempat tidurku. Oke. Baiklah, istirahat.
Next time, I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me.
Menyesal.
What now?
Hah? Apa ini?
Louis, open up, please.
Coming, Mr. President, I'm coming.
Kenapa? Presiden?
Louis. There you are at last.
Yes,
Okay.
I just saw your mother.
Huh?
She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room.
Melihat ibu.
I tried to join them, but I was refused entry.
Oh, melihat ibu
Louis,
kita.
this does not
Washington.
bode well.
Shit. Emily might want to avenge her sister. I must act quickly.
you're right, Mr. President. Thank you.
Waduh, mau bersenam dengan ibu kita. Mungkin dari ini ya. Bentar. Kamarnya Emily Hills Pro. Oke. Udah, lurus aja deh. Oke, terima kasih Presiden. Ayo cepat. Ini.
I do believe that's Emily's voice.
Oke, coba listen aja deh dulu.
I can't understand what she's saying.
Jangan. Coba cari alternatif lain ya. Takutnya itu lagi percakapan yang menggebu-gebu. Oke, jalan satu-satunya itu kita bisa lewat Bonaparte atau Jago Sparrow. Oke. Kita ke ini siapa ini?
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Boleh ke sini? Oke. Jangan ke Jago Sparrow aja deh. Sini ya. Sini sih.
I am sorry, sir, but you are unable to access Monsieur Peru's room while we gather his personal effects.
Oh, nggak boleh. Ya benar, lewat sini, lewat yang Bonaparte. Karena ya itu ya akibat. Oke. Nggak boleh lewat, berarti bisa lewat sini ya.
I have to get inside Emily's room through the... Shit! It's locked.
Hah? 4 ya. Oke. Lockpick lah. Lupa punya caramel water ya, bisa reduce skill 0. Finance. Oke. Di sini ya. Oke. Apa yang terjadi? Semoga nggak ada apa-apa ya. Belum ada sesuatu yang terjadi lah.
It's as if there are several people inside.
Once again, you're the one who's the victim in all this.
What are you on about now? I should never have told you what happened to
Huh?
me.
That's what works, and you know it full
What
well.
on
I'm
earth
not
is...
that naive.
You...
Ibu.
Mother?
Ibu nggak apa-apa ibu.
How dare you do this to
Ibu.
me? You can talk. After everything I've done for you. You are joking, I hope, right?
Waduh.
I gave you my life.
Waduh, kok
That's
saling
enough,
menodong.
Emma. Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease
saling
your
menodong.
revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to... Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games.
Aduh.
What?
Meledak
Honestly,
ini.
don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me. I ask for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You pretty little bitch. How dare you?
Oh.
Now that I've told you
Kamu
everything,
saudara.
you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope.
Identify
I'm the
Emily
one
bro.
who told you everything
Pusing
that's been
banget.
going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what
Wah,
you want,
kita harus
isn't it?
mengetahui si kembar
You
ini.
want to kill me? Go on then, shoot! After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take this.
Stop.
What's
Stop.
going...
Kenapa
life for
dikasih ke
this.
aku?
Go on, shoot! Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way. I am not Emma.
Stop.
Come on, Louis.
Stop.
Tell her who the real
Aku
Emily
makin
is.
pusing ini.
Wait,
That's right, Louis.
Stop.
I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the
Stop.
real Emily is.
Stop.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Stop.
Well,
Oi.
Louis, come on. You know how to tell us apart, right?
Yes. I'd like to ask you a few questions to make sure there's no doubt.
Rational and open, Louis. Let's see. How can I tell them apart? Wait,
Oke.
I've got an idea.
Apa itu?
On the night of our arrival,
Tanya di depannya ya, agresif yang di depannya. Coba, what did you give me?
you gave me something. I wasn't feeling very well, and you gave me something. What was it?
My handkerchief. And you
Ya
even
benar
kept
juga ya.
it. It was stained with your blood. Louis, I already told her. This is all a waste of time. I'm the one who told you.
Right.
Stop.
Let's find something else.
Semua
Yes.
sudah.
Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
Coba di depan lagi. Questioning ini ya.
On the night of our arrival, we were warming ourselves in front of the fire. Mortimer welcomed us in
Wah,
a very
immunity.
odd way. What happened?
It won't work, Louis. It wasn't Mortimer who welcomed us. It was Sir Gregory. Sorry, Louis. I already told
Oh
you.
ya.
Very well.
Oke.
Let's try something else.
On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll.
Tanya twin di depan lagi deh. Speak ya.
Did we get a chance to speak?
Indeed we did. Even with a knife at your throat. And for good reason. You had no business being in my room. In my room.
What did you ask me?
The reason why you were in my room, of course. I asked you if it had anything to do with the order. Stop there. And I threw you out without ceremony. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll
Okay.
get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Oke,
Are you
tenang,
mad,
tenang,
Louis?
tenang.
Lower your arm.
I better act quickly if I don't want things to get out of hand.
Come on, she's putting one over on you. Look at yourself for crying out loud.
Sorry,
You were
fokus.
prepared to shoot me down.
Ibu. Apa ini? Ayo, Louis.
In the secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams,
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
Tanya di depan lagi lah, sama aja deh. Apa ini? Vigilance. Make her talk objection you found. Coba 4.
before going to bed, we found ourselves in an odd situation.
You surprised me searching through Mortimer's secret gallery. Behind the chimney. You were looking for clues about your mother.
Wah, sama-sama
That's
tahu.
enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis,
Aduh,
there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice.
Huh?
Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis.
gimana?
Speak about our intimacy.
Intimasi.
Very well, let's talk about us.
Coba di depan. Reason ini aja deh.
Last night, you came to visit me, and I can't help wondering why. Why did you come to my room?
Louis, you must be mistaken. I did not go to your room last night.
Berarti ini yang
And that's where
salah.
your little game ends, Emma.
Yang
Because I
Emily yang
never told
asli
you about
ini
it.
mengunjungi kita
there
terakhir
you
kali ya.
can't answer. What? No! You didn't do that. I didn't want you to be jealous of Louis.
Oke.
Remember how you always used to react whenever you
Selengkapnya
felt
kalian
you were
bisa cek
competing
gameplay
against
sebelumnya
a
lah.
man? You
Terakhir kali dia
That's enough. I've had enough of this
Emily
charade.
bertemu kita lah di kamar.
That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is. Emily berarti di belakangku. Ini Emily.
You are Emily Hillsborough.
I knew you wouldn't get it wrong, Louis. No!
Oke.
You little bitch! Watch out, Louis! No!
Hell, what have I done?
Kok nggak bisa diselesaikan dengan baik-baik?
See what you've done. See.
Korban lagi. Benar-benar game ini parah.
Louis?
Huh?
What on earth is going on?
Mother!
Ibu.
Go.
Ibu.
You must leave. Everyone's going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess?
Ah.
Is everything all right?
Go! Go, Mother! No one must find you here.
Go.
Come, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But I...
Leave us.
Emily, what's going
Oke,
on?
baiklah.
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be
Okay.
waiting for you.
Oke, baiklah Ibu.
Emily.
Madam, I'm coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her, please.
Maafkan aku
Go, I'll cover
atas
you.
kematian adikmu, saudaramu. Bukan adikmu ya? Oke. Oke. Kita lewat sini. Parah. Semakin pilahnya semakin lama semakin susah ya.
A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier.
Oke. Tapi untung kita bisa mengidentifikasi Emily yang sesungguhnya sih. Dan ya, Emma menjadi korban. Susah lagi, sama-sama memanas sih.
Good God! They're all here. They must have heard the
Huh?
gunshot.
Ini.
is Lord Mortimer? Can anyone hear anything?
To the door.
Oke, coba tanya.
Did you hear that? I was not dreaming, was I?
Certainly not, Duke Godoy.
What's going on?
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering. Gentlemen, go back to your rooms. Go back to your rooms. I shall find out from Lord Mortimer what this is all about. Thank you.
Oke. Berarti nggak mau dikasih tahu tentang itu tadi ya.
My instructions are clear, sir. No one is to enter.
Oke. Baiklah. Apa ini langsung ke garden ya? Garden itu atau nanti pagi. Kita harus cari ibu kita berada di garden itu bukan manual kode ya, mana ke second floor. Bukan lupa aku harus kemana ini. Garden sini bukan. Oke. Ya ke ruangan dulu sih mungkin ya. Masa sekarang Kita coba ke ruanganku dulu sih. Mencari kaki. Belum bisa. Mana lagi? Sini. Akhirnya banyak korban percatuan. Mana sih? Kelewatan. Benar-benar ya. Oke.
Monseigneur, His Eminence
Oh
Cardinal
bukan,
Page.
ini ruanganku ini. Oke.
That's me.
Oke, jadi kita nggak boleh langsung ya. Kita harus cari ibu kita lah. Di mana ya gardennya? Lupa aku. Bener-bener lupa. Sini bukan?
President George
Washington.
Washington.
Bukan. Di lantai berapa sih? Di lantai bawah harusnya sih. Oke. Mungkin ini aku skip saja sih. Agak lupa sih aku ya. Oke. Oke, kembali lagi. Nggak lupa sih di sini. Oke, kita harus bertemu ibu kita ya. Ini game ini sih surprisingly ini makin diawali perkenalan, tapi makin menuju ke ininya makin berat ke cerita utamanya sih. Apa itu? Oke. Golden Elixir. Oh, search. Sorry, nge-lag. Aduh. Oke, kita harus bertemu kita di garden ini ya. Ini juga lumayan susah puzzle-nya. Harus coba satu-satu kayak gitu. Oke. Dan ini lewat mana? Aku buta arah, tolong. Oke. Sini ini dipakai sebagai labirin sih. Apa sih? Sorry. Oke. Belum bisa. Ini dia. Pusing. Oke, ke grip ya. Ke grip itu ruang bawah tanah ya, tempat ibu kita bersembunyi. Oke. Kita harus ke grip sini. Oke. Ini yang namanya grip, ruang bawah tanah, garden grip. Yang kita temukan korban ya. Siapa pemiliknya itu?
Louis, at last there you are.
Oke, ibu.
Mother, wait.
Tunggu ibu.
Come, we have to be quick.
Saya pusing banget nih
Mother,
demi
Time is running
menemukanmu.
out, Louis.
Dan
First we
ada apa
must-
dengan tangan kirimu itu?
That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only, Louis,
Okay.
I have always taught you to keep your mind
Ini
open and
rahasia
rational. I
dengan
know you are
ibu
going
kita.
to find
Ada
this
apa yang
hard to
terjadi
believe,
dengan ibu kita di
but
pulau ini?
what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true.
Semua kebenaran.
Many years ago, I found out that demons
Demon?
really
Setan?
do live
Iblis?
among us,
I beg your pardon?
and that they can
Huh?
influence our thoughts.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What are your
Aneh,
demons
kok ada
like?
setan?
Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with
Tapi
billy goats
suasananya
legs.
mendukung sih kalau
Forget
ada
your
suatu.
Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits.
Huh?
They possess their hosts and direct them from
Possess.
inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes,
Roh,
they are
roh.
capable of going from one body
Roh
to
yang
another as they
mengetahui
see fit.
pikiran kita
And
lah.
2 of them are present on this
Ah,
island.
ada dua.
Right. So
Dua
let me guess.
iblis. Bang Cinta pendapatnya nggak mungkin. Coba Mortimer dan Home mungkin.
Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory, right?
You felt it too?
No, even if Home does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Many years ago,
Ya karena
well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that Von Burchard was working for
yang
this
di
demon in
episode
one way or
pertama
another.
sendiri ya.
But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I
Nang
made
buku itu.
an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Home had sent Volner to get it for him.
Home and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things,
Ya
but
benar.
I'll admit I never knew exactly why.
Mereka saling
There are
bertentangan lah.
many of them,
Tidak
Louis,
saling
not just
pendapatnya.
those two.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but
Itu.
you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
Apa? Don't listen to her method. Coba ini aja deh. Secret study, property deeds, secret study.
I went beyond the nightmare, Mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course, it was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a
ruang
whole
rahasianya
night
Dr.
in
Mortimer ya.
conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell me, did you find his secret study?
I did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
He has
Yeah.
contacts the world
Itu.
over.
Dia mempunyai jaringan
I've been developing the
komunikasi
golden
dari
order
seluruh
across
dunia.
the world for many years, and I've
Okay.
never seen
Golden
anyone
order.
with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
Oh, golden order juga. Coba yang lain property deeds.
Well, those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand and over several centuries.
Jadi semacam
proud
golden
of you, Louis.
order ya.
I
Organisasi
found
rahasia
notes
jaringannya
in the
itu tidak
images
sampai menyeluruh
Where
dunia,
all
mengalahkan
eyes size you up.
tidak bisa mengalahkan
At one
jaringan
stage, I
dunianya
was so afraid
komunikasinya
of
Dr.
losing my
Mortimer
mind that I noted
di seluruh
everything
dunia.
down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
Nggak
The
bisa.
urn? No, I didn't. Why?
Good. We'll deal with it later.
Apa itu? Yang
I
lain?
must admit, I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Home are mere dandies who organize society balls.
Okay.
History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
Conference?
You mean the conference?
How can you explain that someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone knowing?
And without any security or personnel.
Ya benar sih. Bagaimana cara dia itu mengundang orang-orang yang tertinggi ya, punya jabatan-jabatan tertentu lah, tanpa adanya pengamanan yang ketat sih di pulau ini untuk konferensi ya. Oke.
Louis, I am proud of you. You came all this way. You found me. You have surpassed me.
Ngeri. Katanya ada dua
You taught me everything
iblis
I
yang
know.
memproses atau
Right.
merasuki dua
How
orang
did
ya,
it all begin?
yaitu
I
Mortimer dan
saw
Home.
him.
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old.
Oke,
I was young
ini
and
ceritanya ibu
carefree.
kita ya.
I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian
Kemudian dia
Gulf, we
menemui
came across an ancient grimoire that
ini.
became unlocked, composed of 7 parts. Each
Okay.
one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him. Or rather, he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
Siapa itu? Holmes atau Mortimer? Mortimer?
You mean Mortimer?
He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages.
Oh, Bertemu Mortimer.
We spent several months together studying the pages.
Letter continue aja deh.
He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He
dia
used me, and in the end, he
Sarah.
stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
Apa ini? No, she must have refused.
And you refused, of course.
Why, naturally, Louis. You don't make deals with the devil.
Okay.
After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741 in Poland, 1749 in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchart's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me.
Dia sudah mengejar Mortimer selama bertahun-tahun ini,
until I
ibunya.
caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island. All right, can we move on?
Wait a minute, one last thing.
One last thing. Other. I found your letter, Wolf. Yaki. Enggak, coba tanya tentang Elizabeth ini. Atau Emma ya? Coba Emma aja deh.
I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis.
Apa yang terjadi
That's
dengan
all you need to
Emma?
know.
Tell me everything lah.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You dare blackmail me?
I'm listening.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now? We had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily to...
Emma!
Yes, or rather for me, it was Emily. So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing. And then I disposed of her. I am sorry for her, but she was part of the Golden Order, Louis.
Golden Order.
She knew the rules when she joined.
Aduh, dimanfaatkan ibu kita, Emma. Ternyata setelah selesai pekerjaannya itu dia dibunuh. Wah, ternyata masuk kejam sih. Tanya lagi.
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I want to know.
Aku harus
She
tahu.
was one of the receptacles for these monsters.
Kenapa?
I met her parents
Apa
when
yang
she was
terjadi?
born. One of the demons got inside her. The
Seperti
demon used her to spy on her
Elizabeth juga
father, John Adams.
kehilangan mental.
He is one
Oh,
of the
kehilangan mental.
founding
Sakit
fathers
mental.
and vice president of the United States, you know.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her
Siapa?
father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded
Ada
in getting it
kejahatan
out of
yang
her.
merasuki
It's
Elizabeth
not
Adam
something
katanya.
I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to
Mana?
try
Ini
everything.
terus supernatural banget ya. Hooded Killer.
Do you know who killed her?
Absolutely not.
Oh, nggak tahu. Terus negosiasi Al-Azif dengan Volner.
What did you negotiate about the Al-Azif with Volner?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
Oke, kan
What was
Bonaparte.
going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Since when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen,
Yaitu
once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a
cuma
foundry in
pura-pura
Tuscany. Between you and me,
untuk
if buying
mendonasikan
China
untuk
would
perang
have
ya.
enabled me to escape, I
Karena
would have
tidak
signed
seperti itu
without
kita
hesitation.
itu supaya tidak ketahuan lah. Kontra dengan perang lah ibu kita. Terus coba yang lain. Letter can work.
Samuel Ritter du Choix. You wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel. But frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others.
Oke, cuma
He's
beda
not the
katanya.
one I was looking for.
Oke. Coba
You know, I found your package under a wharf plank.
tanya yang
As a
lain lah.
matter of fact, I
Supaya
needed it
lengkap.
yesterday. I wasn't expecting anyone to take it.
Piagi letter.
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis,
Ya
I think
itu.
I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
Ya nggak apa-apa, tanya terakhir tentang tangannya itu.
Are you going to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that, I shall show you.
Oke, baiklah. Udah semua.
Good. I think that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions
Okay.
for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop.
Dia adalah
By
kita
the
adalah
way,
budak dari
what was
iblisnya.
Mortimer's project at this conference?
He wants the United States to occupy all the North American territory. France should recover
Ya, itu.
Louisiana and give it to the United States. In that case, the Americans would just have to push west to chase the Spanish from the continent once
Ya
and for
itulah
all.
And as
rencananya,
Mortimer
proyeknya.
controls Washington, you may just as well say that it will put him at the head of a world superpower. We should do our
Benar sih.
utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Ada apa ibu? Oke. Wah ngeri.
Are you going to tell me why we're here?
Ternyata dibalik keinginannya untuk demokrasi itu, Mortimer ingin menguasai ini
That's why we are
kekuatan
here.
seluruh dunia. Ini apa ini? Oke. Ini apa ibu? Sudah. Oh, oke. Yang ku tidak bisa lihat alternatif path. Aku tidak bisa melihat Napoleon Bonaparte resolution ya. Aku dapat mengetahui sesuatu tentang Al-Azif. Oke. Menemukan Kardinal Piaggi. Oke lah. Untuk nggak ada yang gagal sih. Walaupun menyelamatkan satu dari kedua ini ya. Hillsborough bersaudara. Oke. Wah, dikit lagi level 10. Oke. Makin lama makin susah ini.
Reassure me, we aren't going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't think we're even capable of doing it. You're going to have to find a way to open it.
Why, of course. And
Okay.
what's inside?
Something to vanquish them with?
Perfect. So,
Apa itu?
how does it open?
We'll need several keys.
Huh?
I found a note from the architect who conceived the mechanism in Mortimer's secret study. We have to first gather 5 objects before we try anything.
Are the 5 objects the keys?
Ada 5 objek.
Exactly.
Ada
We have the
kuncinya.
Clement III cross, the nails, the Gutenberg Bible,
Apa itu?
the exegesis of Judas, an armillary sphere, and all we need to match up the dates between the different calendars.
Oh, ada list-listnya. Cross.
Why a cross?
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea, but it just so happens that's what you are going to use to activate the mechanism.
Mekanisme.
I found the one Mortimer kept. It belonged to Cardinal Guibert, better known by the name of Pope Clement III.
Oke.
Perfect. Where is it?
Unfortunately, I've lost it.
Ya,
When I
hilang.
lost my hand, I went dashing out, and it must have fallen from my pocket.
Oke, psikologi.
Remember, Mother. I'm certain you can remember.
Let me think.
You were running.
I was bleeding to death.
You remember the pain.
I thought I was going to faint. Yes, I remember.
Oke.
I don't think it can be far, can it?
Would you have lost it outside?
No, I don't think so. It must be in the area. I don't remember going up with it.
Perfect. I'll search the crypt before leaving.
Oke. Oh, dekat grip untuk nail.
Some nails?
Don't ask me. I'm not the one who made the mechanism, you know. When I arrived, there were already a few of them inserted,
Ini semua
so I didn't
petunjuk
have to worry
item-item yang
about
kita
those.
butuhkan sih.
On the other
Untuk
hand,
buka
I
mekanisme
remember
ini
seeing
ya.
some in Mortimer's secret study, behind
Oh.
his nightmare.
In a golden
Apa
cup?
ya?
Yes. Yes, I saw them too.
Perfect.
Oke.
It will be easy for you to find them then. You need 3 of them.
Very well.
You remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466
6466 untuk
to exit.
keluar.
Of course.
Itu studinya siapa? Dr. Mortimer ya. 1191 untuk masuk, 646 untuk keluar. Oke. Untuk Judas.
Exegesis. Anything else?
Did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
To open the chimney? Yes, absolutely.
Ya, sudah.
So you've already come across it. It's the Bible of Judas that is exposed in the secret room behind the chimney.
Why do they call it an exegesis?
Because that's what it is, and not an apocryphal Bible, strictly speaking. It's the study of a text with a summary, not an
Ya,
actual
kalian lihat
Bible.
sendirilah.
Anyway, well done for the Gorgon. You did well. You didn't get tricked by the light bouncing back.
Oke.
Thanks.
Terima kasih.
Do you think I can take it safely?
We haven't got a choice, Louis. Without it, we won't be able to work out this cursed mechanism.
Baiklah. Coba yang lain. Apalagi? Gutenberg Bible.
This is the book in which you left your correspondence with Duchess Hillsborough, isn't it?
That's right.
You still believe it's in the tower room, don't you?
I don't know.
Tower
There
room.
is only one way to find out, though.
Right. I shall go and see.
Oke. Armillary
There's one in
Spear.
the portrait gallery.
Yes, but it's enormous. If you don't want to have to go back and forth several times, then I suggest you get a smaller one.
What did you do then?
I didn't think I'd
Okay.
need one. I started without one, and I lost my hand before I did need one. And you can see the result.
Terus terakhir.
What do you
Date.
mean by the concordance of dates exactly?
Don't worry about that. We already have them. They are written on the back of the message I just gave you.
Oke. Sudah berarti sudah semua.
One last thing before you go.
Oke.
Be very careful. If you come across anyone, they can all potentially be spies of Mortimer or Holm. Don't ever confide in anyone because a demon can slip inside them at any moment.
Oke. Oh,
Wait,
berarti
not all of them though. Take Washington.
Especially Washington. He's been
Oh.
conditioned by Mortimer for years. Look at them
Jadi
for crying
kita
out
tidak bisa
loud.
percaya semua
How
orang
do you
di sini ya.
explain their behavior
Kita tidak
otherwise?
boleh
The most influential
ketahuan lah.
politicians in the Western world gather together without the least protection, without a single aid to assist them, to participate in a conference during which the guests start dropping like flies. Me, Adams, Peru, Hillsborough. Look at the number of calamities that have happened over the past few days.
Ya,
And
ya.
not one of them has asked to leave the island? Do you find that normal? You'll see. Go up to the manor to look for the keys, and I wager not one of them will speak to you about my being in Emily's room.
Do you think so?
Go on, you'll see. And come back
Okay.
with all the objects in one go. Time is against us. And remember, the code to get out of the secret office is
646.
6466.
Oke, terima kasih Ibu. Oke, kita mulai. Buku yang kita temukan tinggal terakhir. Oke. Oke lah. Banyak banget sih. Apa ini? Oke. Ya, pokoknya seperti itu dulu ya untuk video gameplay kali ini. Jadi ya kita sudah menemukan ibu kita ya, dimana ibu kita itu di ruang Duchess awalnya ya, pingsan ya di ruang Duchess, dan ternyata itu ada kembarannya yaitu Emma dan Emily ya, yang saling menodongnya seperti itu, dan kita harus mengidentifikasi salah satunya ya. Dan akhirnya ya si Emma ya mungkin ya, atau sudah meninggal karena alasannya sudah diberitahu ibu kita ya. Ya itulah si Emma itu digunakan oleh ibu kita ya untuk menginformasikan tentang Al-Azif, itulah seperti itulah, tentang buku yang disembunyikannya oleh dia, dan kemudian mau nggak mau harus dibunuh oleh ibunya supaya merahasiakannya ya, seperti itulah. Kejam sih, tapi ya memang bagaimana lagi. Dan kita mengetahui tentang ini ya, tentang adanya iblis atau demon ya yang merasuki manusia seperti itu. Ada dua, yaitu Mortimer dan Holmes ya. Sir Holmes itu ternyata katanya demon sih dua-duanya sih. Semakin pusing lagi nih. Adanya teori tentang iblis yang merasuki manusia, dan ternyata kita salah ya untuk membantu Mortimer ya, karena kita harus menghentikan Mortimer untuk mempersatukan, istilahnya mempersatukan Amerika Serikat ya, karena tujuannya Mortimer itu ternyata katanya ibu kita itu mempersatukan semua itu, dan presiden sebagai kepalanya ya, tapi presiden ini dikontrol oleh Mortimer ya di belakangnya, seperti itulah. Dan kita harus katanya harus menghentikannya untuk mendapatkan kekuatan politik yang besar, itulah istilahnya kayak menguasai dunia lah, seperti itu. Oke lah, dan kita bertemu ibu kita sudah membahas semuanya, dan tentang Elizabeth Adam juga, karena Elizabeth Adam itu seperti juga terpengaruh akibat dari ini juga si iblis itu ya, kurang lebih seperti itu. Dan kita terakhir harus mengumpulkan barang-barang yang di atas ini. Oke, mengumpulkan itu dan harus membuka gerbang inilah, seperti itu katanya ibu kita ya. Oke, sekian dulu untuk video gameplay kali ini ya. Jadi makin lama makin berat, aduh, dan kita harus selesaikan sama-sama, dan semoga tidak ada korban lagi ya. Mungkin terakhir Emma lah, udah ada korban satu lagi ya di video gameplay kali ini ya. Oke ya, terima kasih sudah menonton video gameplay kali ini. Mohon dukungannya dengan mengklik like, share, dan subscribe, dan jangan lupa komen mengenai gameplay ini, mengenai channel ini, ataupun rekomendasi game-game dari kalian ya. Oke, terima kasih dan sampai jumpa, bye bye.